How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another video. It's your boy Big O Nuggets, and this video is kind of came up out of nowhere because we got a game announced out of nowhere. Like, this thing came out of, just out of the blue, and I know none of us were expecting this. But the Predator Hunting Ground is a new game that was released during the Sony presentation, and I gotta say it caught me off guard. And I bet like a lot of us were like, "What the heck is this?" This just game coming out of nowhere. I'm a huge Predator fan. I love all the films. I've seen everything. I played the games that have Predator in them. Anything Predator related, like I just enjoy. I know I went to a Comic-Con and these people were dressed up as the Predator, and I'm gonna show you guys a picture real quick. And I just Predator, Alien, all that stuff. I am a huge fan of, and I enjoy all the movies, and I enjoy the lore and all that about it. So when this came up, I was like, hell yeah, finally. This game won't be coming out until 2020, and I want to show you guys the trailer. But before we show the trailer, I want you guys, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, because we're going to dive into detail about this game and the developers behind this. And also, once we know more details and a better release date, I will be giving away a copy, and I will be, doing a bunch of stuff with this game in general. So if you guys want to know when I'll be doing giveaways and doing all that stuff, subscribe, leave a like, and follow us on social media, because I'm gonna be on top of this game 100%. I am super excited about it, and like I said, the developer crew, I know a little bit about it, and we'll talk about it in a minute. But if you guys haven't seen the trailer, I will show you guys the trailer in a minute. So, but again, super excited, and if you guys haven't seen the trailer, here it is.
Peggy 18. For the players.
So just by looking at this teaser trailer, there's still so much we don't know. So many questions out there, so many theories and ideas of how, this Predator game is going to go out. But looking at the developing team, Illfonic, if you guys don't already know, Illfonic basically was one of the developers behind Friday the 13th. In my opinion, it's one of the best horror games out there, multiplayer horror games out there. Because I've played it since day one, and I've been playing it since. I took a little break, but I've been playing it, and Illfonic and Gun Media were a big role in Friday the 13th. And I will say this, Friday the 13th did have a small team. As you can see right now, we're going to see the devs tweeted about this and about the Predator game, because there's a lot of controversy revolving Illfonic because of the fact that there was no more content coming out to Friday the 13th. Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th, this big franchise, right? There was a lawsuit that happened that basically prevented more content to come out for this game, for Friday the 13th. There's a lot of theories, a lot of people saying this and that Illfonic knew about the lawsuit coming up, but they chose to keep going. And just, there's so much going on, and so many, people out there. A lot of people got upset because, with the lack of content and just how the game became to get very buggy and glitchy, and all this and that, it just seemed like they had dropped the ball on it. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people were upset. I posted about this, asking people's opinions. What do you guys think that Illfonic is now jumping over to Predator, or a different game? And there's very mixed feelings about that. Some people just dislike Illfonic. They say they're never gonna buy another game by Illfonic because they deceived everybody. They said they're gonna do all this stuff for Friday the 13th, and at the end of the day, they just dropped the ball and just money grab, a quick cash grab, and that was it. and they jump to their next project. A lot of other people, understand what's going on. Illfonic had a small team. They've been doing their best to keep the game going, and hopefully, a lot of people are hoping that with Friday the 13th that they can grow from this. So I will say this: there's a very double-sided. People hate it. People are iffy, and I can see both sides. I'm still a little iffy. The only thing that's kind of like really getting me like, okay, this Predator game is gonna be great because Illfonic has kind of grown from Friday the 13th. I'm really hoping that they have learned from like what happened in Friday the 13th because they've been involved in other stuff. Here's a tweet from one of the developers, stating that they actually were a part of Layers of Fear 2, another great horror game that's coming up that I think is going to be great. So Illfonic has grown, and from the previous tweet we saw, the developers know there's a lot of hate, a lot of bad vibes coming from the community when you mention Illfonic because of what happened with Friday the 13th. But they do say that they've grown from that, and now, come on, Sony Interactive Entertainment, they're a big, studio. They got a bigger budget. Hopefully, with their help, what we envisioned in Friday the 13th, maybe they can finally polish it out and make a great game for the Predator. So Predator, I'm assuming, well, it is going to be a 5v1. Basically, going to be 5 soldiers in an area, and someone is going to be the Predator, just like in Friday the 13th, where you have 7 counselors, and then you got Jason. So I'm thinking that they're going to have the same mechanics, the same abilities. We can use different abilities for Jason. The Predator is going to be able to have different abilities that he's going to be able to use throughout the game. And so I do think they're going to take what they've used in Friday the 13th and just really put it into the Predator. And if you want to see what's kind of like, that's kind of like we have some gameplay. You're seeing some gameplay right now. Basically, I do think that they're going to be using everything that they've got from this because it's basically just a copy paste if you mechanic wise, but just how the game is with Friday the 13th into the Predator. But they're just gonna, I bet they're gonna add their own little twist to it and everything. So I just want to let you guys know that I understand both sides of what people think. People are thinking it's going to be horrible. They don't trust Illfonic, and some people are in that jumping between like I want to trust them, but I feel iffy. And so this is the perfect chance for Illfonic to prove to us that they've learned from the previous mistakes from Friday the 13th, and they can get up there and do better. And I'm all for that. The developing team are very active in the community. They have their live streams where they talk about bugs and different updates and different things for Jason. They are active. They do care about the community. It's just that besides that lawsuit that really holded them back with everything, they're doing their very best to try to improve, but they got to work on other projects. They got to get out there and do more. And so I just think us as a community for Friday the 13th, we should have a little bit more faith and just hope that Illfonic is going to do a lot better. And from what the developers are saying, it looks very promising. So I'm still on edge, because I have played Friday the 13th since the beginning. I know the whole drama. I've been with it the whole way through. We've worked through all the updates, all the bugs, all this and that through tournaments and stuff. So I see where everybody's coming from. But me personally, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and just kind of hope, that everything's gonna get better and that they've learned from their mistakes and they're gonna make this game the best possible. Again, there's a lot of possibilities you can do with this game with the Predator. I'm hoping, and I know we're all have our fingers crossed that everything goes good with just the Predator franchise and that they can continue doing great things with it. I don't think there's any kind of lawsuit or anything like that going on with the Predator like with Friday the 13th, but we can cross our fingers and hope that this is going to be great. This game is not coming out until 2020, so they got a lot of time to perfect it and do a lot with it. I will keep you guys all updated 100% on everything that I see about this game. Once we get some gameplay, what the mechanics will be like, all this stuff, I'll be updating you guys and making videos and talking about it because I want to stay on top of this Predator game. It's just how we were always on top of Friday the 13th. I will be on top of this, and we're going to continue looking into everything to make sure that, this game, it has potential. It has great potential. Illfonic, they've grown, and I do just think we should just try to be, a little hopeful for this game. I will be doing a lot of giveaways for this game because I want to try to support Illfonic and just show everybody what they can do, and hopefully they can do a lot with this Predator game. Let me know your thoughts. Like, how would you like to see, I guess taking what they got with Friday the 13th and putting it into the Predator? What would you guys like to see kind of go on? Like, what are your opinions? What are your thoughts? What would be great to see? Hopefully the developers and from Illfonic and all that stuff, they can kind of hopefully they can see this video because they have been involved in our tournaments before. They have been involved with our community and other tournaments that have been going on. They are involved. They do watch. They do listen. So maybe this is your chance to kind of say what you guys hope can go on and just give them positive vibes because it kind of sucks. You know, I understand the mistakes that possibly happened, and they could have done this, that, and the third. But maybe if we just try to support them the best we can and kind of help them out to grow and show them that they got the support from their community from one of the from Friday the 13th, where they started off small and now they're getting bigger, and we show them that support. Maybe a lot of more things can get better, and they'll know that they have the support of the community behind them to keep going. So what are your thoughts? Give me your thoughts, your opinions. Leave them all in the comments below. I really want to know, and I will tag the developers and people that I know that we've talked to from Friday the 13th that work with Illfonic, and hopefully maybe they'll see this and they'll read your comments and they'll see everything that's going on. So comment below. Again, like I said, there's a whole lot of possibilities. My mind's been going. I've been thinking all day, like, what if they add all the different kind of predators out there from the movies and from the lore, from the comics and all that stuff? What if they add an alien eventually? What if they actually had Arnold Schwarzenegger and like for the first Predator movie, they add all those guys in the game? I don't know if that's possible because of another whole copyright issue, right? But it'd be great to see a lot of that added into this game, and then just maybe actually getting other people to battle in like that basically that arena like in the Predators movie that came out where they all were landed in that island and they had to fight different predators. There's just so much that could happen, and but I'm hopeful. I'm very, very hopeful. I can't wait for everything to continue on the way they had it. I just can't wait to see the first stuff and just keep going. 2020 seems like a long ways to go, right? Because I'm just super excited. And again, if it's anything similar to Friday the 13th, hopefully they can tweak all the bugs and get everything going. And I'm sure this will be a great game to play and everything, because I know I was super addicted to Friday. I was playing that almost nonstop, and I'm a huge Predator fan. Huge Predator fan. And again, I have high hopes, and maybe I shouldn't have too much high hopes, but I will. I want to show you guys that we should just give them as much positive vibes as we can, so that they can create, one of just the Predators being such a iconic figure, and make it into the best game possible. Again, I understand the bad side of it. I just think we should just do that. And just my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think. And let's just go and support them 100%. Again, Illfonic, if you're watching, I hope you guys succeed. I wish you guys all the luck in the world to make everything better. You got my community side of Friday the 13th. We're gonna try to help and do the best we can for everything and support the game 100%. And I know you got countless other people that will too. And so hopefully, things can get better. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe because, like I said, we're gonna have lots of updates and giveaways and all that stuff. So if you guys want to know what's going on, follow us on our social media and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. As soon as I find some updates to the Predator game, I will upload it as soon as I can. Thank you guys.